You know, is somebody who practices Hatha Yoga in the West a yogi? Can somebody who just does Hatha Yoga asanas be called a yogi in the West? And I would say they can call themselves whatever they want, because the different people in the West have different definitions and understandings of what is yoga and what is a yogi. Now, if that same person was to come into traditional India, it would be very difficult for that person to be thought of as a yogi. The idea of just the asanas, and the asanas outside of the context of an Indian tradition, people would not think of that person as a yogi in an Indian tradition. But in the West, anything goes. You can redefine things how you wish. But I think there's a more interesting question here, and that is, you say there are people that would like to just do some of Patanjali's 8 limbs, Ashtanga Yoga, such as asanas and pranayama. But you're assuming something here. You're assuming that when Patanjali lists as his 3rd limb asana, that he is referring to the asanas that we talk about today. And I don't believe that that is the case at all. Because if you go and ask any of the workers here, or the babas here, or anybody, you ask, well, what does the word asana mean? What does the word asan mean? And they will tell you, it's your seat. This is what asan means, is your seat. So instead of thinking of Patanjali's 3rd limb as being positioning the body and making exercises of the body, I think that if you thought of it as the sitting, that you would be closer to understanding what he had in mind when he first chanted that. And in fact, the Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali, you cannot separate the different limbs out. They're all part of the same thing. In the same way that's why they're called limbs, like the limbs of a body. You can't just pull off the arm, right? The arm is attached to the rest of the body and has to function with the rest of the body. You can't cut off an arm and have the arm do normal arm things. It can't grab things anymore, right? It needs the nervous system and the brain to be able to grab something, you know? So you can't cut off any of the arms. They all have to be used together.